Hi, Jeff Knoll here, Town and Regional Councillor and candidate for Mayor of the Town of Oakville. There's been a great deal of discussion lately about data centers and what these facilities could mean for communities like Oakville. Now, the first thing I want you to understand is that there is no data center application currently before the town. There is no reason to panic at this point, but there is every reason to prepare. I'm standing here at the site of the rumored $3.5 billion AI data center, a 25-acre project located at 3480 9th Line near William Halton Parkway, right on the border of Oakville and Mississauga. Now, the rapid growth of artificial intelligence is creating enormous demand for computing power and is now one of the major forces driving the expansion of data centers. But AI is not the only factor. Data centers also support cloud computing, online services, financial transactions, healthcare systems, video streaming, digital commerce, communications, cybersecurity, and the storage and processing of information used by businesses, governments, and individuals every single day. As our economy and daily lives become increasingly digital, the demand for data capacity will continue to grow. These facilities may bring significant investment in construction activity, but I have real questions about the long-term employment benefits they provide. Once construction is complete, data centers typically require relatively few permanent employees for their daily operation, much like large modern warehouses. That means we must carefully weigh the actual economic benefit against the demands they may place on electricity, water, and wastewater systems, as well as infrastructure and surrounding communities, as well as their potential impacts on noise, emissions, traffic, public safety, and quality of life. That is why I supported directing town staff to provide council with a comprehensive report on August 10th. This report will examine the status of the rumored project, Oakville's role in the approval process, electrical demand, water and wastewater requirements, environmental and land use impacts, as well as economic benefits, municipal costs, and the approaches being taken by other communities. Halton already has some important protections in place. Open loop cooling systems are not permitted on properties connected to Halton's municipal drinking water system. And cooling water cannot simply be discharged into the wastewater system. Those are valuable safeguards, but they're only part of the picture. Any future proposal must demonstrate that it can meet Oakville's standards without placing unacceptable pressure on our water supply, electrical grid, infrastructure, finances, or quality of life. Allow me to make my position perfectly clear. Oakville's interests must come first. No data center should be approved unless it clearly demonstrates that it will benefit our community and that it will not materially affect the cost, quality, or availability of clean water. It will not reduce the capacity, affordability, or reliability of our electrical grid. It will not create unreasonable noise, traffic emissions, safety concerns, or other impacts for nearby residents. It will not shift infrastructure costs onto existing taxpayers or ratepayers, but that it will deliver meaningful economic benefits through jobs, investment, and a stronger commercial tax base. These assurances cannot be based on promises alone. They must be supported by independently verified information about water consumption, electricity demand, wastewater, noise emissions, emergency generators, infrastructure requirements, and permanent employment. Council must also examine every planning tool available to us, including whether an interim control bylaw is appropriate. That would be a significant step and must be considered with proper legal and planning advice. However, should staff recommend it, I will support it. An interim control bylaw could provide the time needed to establish clear policies and ensure Oakville is fully prepared before any application is actually considered. The timing of this issue in the middle of a municipal election makes it more complicated. Candidates are issuing statements and promising what they will do after the election. I want to be extremely clear. This issue cannot wait until after October 26th. Council has a responsibility to act now. On August 10th, we will receive an update on the potential project, our authority within the approval process, and the steps that we can take proactively before an application is submitted. We need to understand the implications, identify our options, and establish strong protections now, rather than trying to respond after the fact. This should not become merely another election talking point. It requires serious, informed, and united leadership from the council that residents have already elected to serve them today. My first responsibility is to protect Oakville, today as a councillor, and should the people place their trust in me after the election as mayor. By doing this work now, we can protect our community, make decisions based on evidence, and remain open to responsible technological innovation and digital investment that genuinely serves Oakville's long-term interests. Thank you.